to Stories from the Cauldron. I am David LeBaron, and this episode is about Hera. Go figure. Who is Hera? Okay, I'm going to take you back a little bit to Greek mythology. Do you remember learning about that? Yeah. You probably learned that Hera was the wife and sister of Zeus, who's the father of the gods. And you also probably learned and remembered that she's very vengeful and kind of mean, like really mean. In all these myths, she does so many mean things to people. Like, what's a good example? Semele, right? She was sleeping with Zeus and Hera was really jealous and mad, so she got in disguise and convinced Semele to ask Zeus to show himself in his true power, in all his glory. And she did, and he did, and she got burned alive. Awkward. And then, in another story, there's Io. Io's a beautiful maiden, and Zeus was fooling around with her, and Hera found them, and Zeus hid Io by disguising her as a cow. And then Hera chased that cow all throughout the Mediterranean, all around the Ionian Sea. Yes, named after Io. Woo-hoo. Right? Oh, and of course, right? We can't forget all the mean things she did to Heracles back then, because she's terrible, right? She's just so terrible. Wikipedia. This is what Wikipedia has to say about Hera. Ready? One of her defining characteristics is, in myth, her jealous, vengeful nature in dealing with anyone who offended her, especially Zeus's numerous adulterous lovers and illegitimate offspring. She's terrible. But guess what? They're lying to you! It's all lies! It's all lies! It's all lies! It's lies, 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 lies! I can't stand it. Hera is this beautiful mother goddess. She is amazing and powerful, and we need to get reintroduced to who she really is, not the patriarchal writers who messed with her, right? She needs a page 1 rewrite. So let's do it. And I'm going to piss some people off, and I'm going to piss a lot of academics off. Yay! I know this is hard for you. You've seen her depicted as a villain for decades. And how are those myth writers wrong? How is Wikipedia wrong? How is your 3rd grade teacher wrong, David? They are. Well, they're not wrong. It's just a different version of the myth. They're wrong. Look, I get it. I too was introduced to the wrongish version of Hera. I was in 3rd grade, and I was in Mrs. Hyman's class, and I pulled D'Aulaire's book of Greek myths off the shelf, and it changed my life. I devoured those stories. I was inspired by them. They moved me. And it was such a wonderful introduction to all those stories, and even the disliking of Hera, right? As the villain. And where else did I meet Hera? Oh, movies, TV shows, series. Sometimes they flip it a little bit. I mean, she's always sort of the mean one, right? But they do sometimes flip the flop, right? Like Medusa, that one time she turns people to stone because she's so gorgeous, which is like, what? But we are going to do an episode about Medusa because she actually is pretty fabulous and amazing character. But back to Hera. One place I definitely learned about Hera was DC Comics Wonder Woman, where she would call on Hera for strength, and I loved that part. Hera, help me! Hera, help me! Hera, help me! Hera, help me! Okay, I hear you. All right, Dave, if Hera's not a villain, then what was she? How did she get rewritten? Why did she get rewritten? Well, I'm going to answer those for you, my friend. The first thing, what was she? Hera was this amazing mother goddess. If you go back to Minoan Crete, you see temples dedicated to her as the Great Mother. And by the way, this way predates Zeus. I mean, back then he was some like rando air god that no one really knew about. And she was the big matriarch mama. She was in charge. I mean, childbearing was really important and really hard back then, and they needed a deity to pray to help them through it. And that was Hera. And now remember, this is back in ancient Crete, where they worshipped sun, moon, and night, you know? The ancient gods, the early primal gods. So Hera's this great mother goddess who loves the crap out of us. How do they do it? Well, that's easy. We all know how stories get retold, right? And reshaped for our environment, as it were. So these stories got retold by different people along the lines, and every generation is just a little different, a little different. Hera gets a little smaller, Zeus becomes more prominent, and it just keeps going like that. Now why? Well, we're going from a matriarchal system to a male-centered system, right? As the politics are shifting towards patriarchy, we can't have a woman in charge. That's ridiculous. We need a patriarchal god. We need a sky father. I like that Zeus fella with his thunderbolts. So we slowly, over time, as women lose power and men take more power and subjugate women more, they take all of her power away until finally she's just this sort of sniveling, bitchy hag, right? Which is not fair or cool. So, what do we do? What do we do as bards, storytellers, pagans, witches, Vikings, hippies, whatever we are, magical thinking people? What do we do with this information? We take back the narrative, my friends. We rewrite it. You rewrite it. I rewrite it. We tell everyone the truth. This is who Hera is. And why do we do this? So we can connect to her. This is beautiful, divine energy of a mother goddess that's being denied to us through bad myth, bad storytelling. So let's go to the source. Let's go to the original story and let's celebrate Hera and let's have her be there for us and just celebrate her in all the wonderful aspects that she actually is. So, starting here and starting now that I've told you the truth, I'm going to tell you a little story, and my story is a little flip on the story of Io, remember in the whole Ionian Sea. And then I'm going to do a little Hail Hera chant, which I wrote, which hopefully you'll do with me. It's kind of fun. It's a little weird, but it's weird in the best possible way. And I think that's going to be amazing and super fun, and I look forward to doing it with you. So let me introduce the video because it's a little different than things I've seen here before. Years ago, decade ago, 7,000 years ago, I don't know, we did a video project called Survival of the Half-Tongue Tribe. And the idea was that we were in post-apocalypse Los Angeles, and we were trying to figure out what the before people believed. And that would be us who caused the apocalypse, right, of course. So I play a character named Staff, who is the lead storyteller, and he's a little bit crazy. So enjoy the video, and I'll check back with you in a second. And I have to finish my daisy crown thing, whatever this is called, to do Hera for you in a minute. Okay, I'll see you in a second. We have yet another artifact to go through tonight. Behold what we have discovered. Yes, look at this. It is my understanding that this was a great piece of magic from the before people, and they used it for scrying. For each little mirror was a possibility of a future, and they would hold it by the fire and they would see, oh, I know what's in store for you. I know what's in store for you, and you. Many, many eyes like the monster Argus. Oh, the monster Argus. One of Hera's favorites. I never told you that. Well, Hera, as we know, the great goddess, the mother of all, Hail Hera, she had many children, and some of them were monsters, and she loved them like only a mother could. And Argus was one of her favorites. He was a giant, monstrous type of man with thousands of eyes all over his face and body, and they never slept at the same time. Well, this is about the time when Zeus was courting Hera. Now, this is not Zeus, father god of the lightning bolts. This isn't Zeus was just a little air god trying to up the social ladder on Olympus, you know? And Hera worshipped him for some reason. Loved him, even though he was, quite scandalous. And to prove his love to Hera, he said, "Great goddess Hera, I love you so much. I will never sleep with another goddess or human ever again. Only you." And she laughed because she knew he was full of it. But he said, no, I promise never. She's like, never is a long time. Fine, if you need to prove this to me, why don't you do it for a day or two? He's like, no, I'll do it for a year and a day. And she said, how about a month? Be true to me for a month. To be honest, she didn't really need him to be true to him. It was this Zeus was trying to prove something, as always. So she laughed and let him have his way. Well, Not 10 days into the month, Zeus, of course, lied with a woman. Yes, Io. She's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. He couldn't help himself. But he couldn't tell Hera because he would be ruined. So, just then, as luck would have it, Hera came down and searching for her lover and found him with a cow. Why do you have a cow, Io? He's like, oh, I was just walking by and saw this cow. I don't know, just a cow. Doesn't mean nothing to me. Of course, Zeus had changed Io into a cow, right? And distracted the goddess and conjured a gadfly to sting the cow to make her rush away. Where'd that cow go? What's there? No cows, move on. Hera knew he was up to something, but didn't know exactly what, but was whatever. It was Zeus and she loved him, so she let it go. Meanwhile, Io was tortured by this gadfly. It chased her all over ancient Greece, all over Crete, which, how they got to Crete, I don't know, because there's water disconnecting them, but somehow it did. All over. In fact, there are many seas named after Io because of her journeys, the Ionian Sea being one. And finally, one day, up in the mountain, Hera heard this moaning, this mooing of this insane cow under torture. It's like, what? She's like, that can't be the same cow. She went down, she found the cow, and she swatted away the gadfly. And she stroked the cow and wondered why this cow was being so tortured. She couldn't for the life of her figure out why, but she was going to get to the end of it. So she asked Argus, her many-eyed monster son, to watch the cow while she figured out what was going on. So he did. Now Zeus sees Hera looking for him and this monster guarding the cow. And he knows he's in trouble, and his word's going to mean nothing. So what he does is he gets Hermes to help him out. So Hermes walks up to Argus and starts telling stories and starts playing lutes and lyres and what have you, and makes some very long, epic tales. Very slowly. So slowly that Argus eventually falls asleep. And Hermes stabs him and kills the monster. But Hera felt it, and she ran down from Olympus. Who's killed my child? And Hermes ran and tried to hide behind Zeus, and Zeus was like, I was kind of cornered. Hera was furious. So Zeus had to come clean and tell him what he had done. Well, the first thing Hera did was to honor her son Argus. She took all of his eyes and placed them in the feathers of Peacock, so she could ever be reminded of a mother's love and a man's silliness strutting himself about. She couldn't do anything to Hermes because he had acted on Zeus's behalf, but she never liked him again. And Zeus, she forgave him. Because, love, right? What would we not do for love? And then she had Zeus change Io back to Io, and she was grateful. And the really cool thing is, 7 or 9 generations later, Io's daughter gives birth to Heracles. And Heracles in Greek means gift of Hera. For some reason, I want to dance when I hold this up. Hey, you guys, it's weird, right? I just want to dance with it. So I'm about ready to do my poem chant, Hail Hera. Very excited about it. And I needed a bell sound, and I couldn't find my tambourine, so I bought this. It was very expensive. I just wanted something that sounded like shackles breaking, right? You probably remember that when Zeus punished Hera, he shackled her to the heavens and punished her because he's patriarchal. So we need to unshackle her and free her, and I got these, which is supposed to be the sound of shackles breaking. Oh, I just got a great idea. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. So I just went online to a sound effects company and downloaded the sound of shackles breaking. Listen. It's the same sound. I mean, kind of, sort of. I mean, dramatically, it's the same sound. Oh, I'm so excited. I love when things like that happen and work out. Okay, here we go. Calling the great goddess Hera. Hail Hera. Tall dogs barked and lied, hid bones, buried them in the yards of the wasteland. Men terrified, dug deep, hiding of truth of power, truth of all truth. They buried them in the mother's mother, who reveals all, who shows, who knows, so they could be found. Silly dogs should know better than to keep a lady down. She's always waiting for us to stop sniffing at scraps and howl to her. Traverse the wasteland, my children. Dig the dugget earth, see the bones and wallow in them. She is here. Rediscover, reclaim who you were before they shackled you, shackled us, shackled them, shackled their circles. Forge, we break the circle. Hail Hera!
Hail Hera, howl, hoot, and whoop. Flip the flop, dupe the dupe. Come, come, shackles undone. Guide and guard, moon to sun. Goddess of heaven, queen of starry night, mother of all births, sister of all sibling sights, daughter of great Mother Earth. Hail Hera! Hail Hera, howl, hoot, and whoop. Flip the flop, dupe the dupe. Come, come, shackles undone. Guide and guard, moon to sun. Goddess to marriage, queen of spoken sacred rites, mother to little old me, sister to the waves, great as tights, daughter to the flowing tree. Hail Hera, howl, hoot, and whoop. Flip the flop, dupe the dupe. Come, come, shackles undone. Guide, guard, moon to sun. Goddess for Gaia, queen for justice and power, mother of free flight, sister of tipping the tower, daughter of freedom and fight. Fight! Hail Hera!
Isn't Hera fabulous? She's just such a great energy to work with once you get past all that, all the lies, right? All the nonsense. You find out who she truly is, the essence of that divine mother. I mean, what if Hera still ruled all of us? Right? She'd be this awesome figure saying, hey kids, play nice, put away those weapons. I mean, I tend to oversimplify things, but come on, it would be pretty cool, right? We've discovered her, we've rediscovered her true self together. That's so empowering and so amazing we can bring that into our lives. And how does bringing that into our lives change us? How does that new story change our magic? Because now we can break our own shackles, our own culture or societal shackles that we have, and we can rewrite our own story of who we truly are from our own well, from our own gut of who we were meant to be. That's what you get to do. That's what I get to do. And that's amazing. That's Hera power. That's Hera energy here and now, making us better. I love this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you follow and comment and continue the ride and bring Hera into your life. So now I'm just gonna lie here looking fabulous and listen to more stories from the cauldron. See you later. Thanks, Hera.